Okay, did that do anything at all? Says I've got input. Yay! Because the problem with totally restarting it is I lose all of you and I have to set up a new event, and it's not a quick thing. So, we haven't really had too many technical difficulties lately. So I guess I'm just glad that this worked. So welcome everybody. It's Thursday night and we're going to start mini healings. So let's do our first healing pulse and then we will talk about what each of you want to work on. So, and I know we've got at least one new person tonight, so I'm going to go through what we need to do. So with the healing pulse, the energy will go to where you direct it to go. And so if it's a physical place that you're having issues with, that's where you'll want to direct the energy to. But if you don't really have a physical place, but you have somewhere you feel an emotion or if you feel anxiety, think about when you're really anxious, where in your body do you feel that energy? And that's where you're going to want to send the energy. So I'm going to rub my hands together and so are you. So this will activate the energy and put your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And you are open and allowing the energy to flow. With each breath in, the energy goes a little deeper, a little further in to where it needs to go. And just be open and allowing. Just breathe that energy in. Just allow things to flow. Okay, one more moment. Okay, so that was our first healing pulse of the night. We'll probably do 2 to 3 more. So let me know how you did. And then I've got my book out, so I'll be taking your individual requests. Would you believe today is show number 92? So that's sort of cool. I think at 100 shows, I'm going to do something special. I haven't quite decided. If you have any suggestions, let me know. So I do have a new video out that talks about pendulums and healing. I did it for my Reiki Share group. But the cool thing is, for those of you who, you're working on things and we come up with different negative emotions, if you have a pendulum, you can use your pendulum to clear things and to reinforce. So keep that in mind. All right, so who's going to go first? Let me know what you want to work on. So tonight, I think we will work on negative emotions. Although, where'd I put my list? Okay, so So I've got Paula. So Victoria, I do have you on my list unless you want to update it. So let me know if there's any changes to that. Oh, Paula, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. So I'm glad you're working on this because that's just frustrating. So Paula wants effort unreceived. Anybody else? You guys are so quiet tonight. Oh, I got a new. So see my new bag that I got? Sort of cool, huh? So I think I've got, I got it so I can keep all my paperwork in it, and then I didn't put paperwork in it. So I'm going to see. We might have to do a different list. Yes, Crystal, whatever you decide you want to work on. We might have to do some different lists tonight since I am just disorganized. All right, so Victoria, we're going to keep that. Mary wants stress eating habits. Valerie wants to work on her kidney. Yeah, the only thing is, Marina, the whole thing is really light colored. And with me, I'm sort of casual. If I walk into a place, I'll put my bag down on the floor. And with that having a white bottom, that isn't very good. All right, Joanne wants to work on negative blocks to happiness and contentment. Oh, Joanne, that's a nice one. Contentment. All right, so Crystal. I can, Valerie, but it's just, I don't always want to be washing it either. Oh, and there's Anne Marie. Welcome. All right, so Crystal, got some grief. And then physical neuropathy. All right. So Anne Marie, forgiveness and lack of appetite. That doesn't sound good, Anne Marie. Yes, they do. Marina, what do you want to work on? Have you found a job yet, Marina? Should we work on that? Or what do you want to do after you find this new job? Maybe we should just expect that you're going to get this really good new job. So I'm going to just check and see what, so I've got all these lists, but they're not typically a list I use on a Thursday. You know, they're for my other stuff. Okay. I might have to get up. Oh, here. Oh, look what I found. This is cool. Okay. Oh, and so I've got too much stuff here. So this week I had a healing session with the guy who wrote my two favorite healing books, Ken Graydon out of Australia. He was doing, he's got this new sort of tool that a lot of the Australian chiropractors are using. So he had this really affordable rate. And then with the exchange rate, it was like really cheap. So I was shocked. We weren't on a call that long, but it was really interesting to talk to him. And, you know, every once in a while I'll use some of his stuff. Like he did the umbrella protection that some of you remember. Wonderful, Victoria. Okay, so let's get started now that I finally found my list. So I have about 400 negative emotions. So let's see how they're playing a role on your issue. So I'm going to do Victoria first. Victoria's got some pain issues and problems with her legs. So and we can use the same emotion for both. All right, undesirable. Let's get an age on that and find out what that is. 26, Victoria. So let's go ahead and release this. So for those of you who want to use your pendulum in healing, hold your pendulum. You want to spin it counterclockwise with the intention you're going to release whatever emotion it is. Start it spinning and then wait till the spinning ends. You can share, Victoria, if you want. Paula, you are next because I did get that to release for Victoria. So Paula wants to work on effort unreceived. Undisciplined. Interesting that that would come up with the issue that you're dealing with. Let's get an age on that. 16, Paula. Let's release that because somehow that's playing a role. So I did get that to release. Mary is next. So she's got some stressful eating habits. And I checked to see if we can just do that as a group or if we need to do stress and then eating habits separate, but I'm getting we can do them together. Melancholy. Let's get an age on that. 19, Mary. So when I say a year, ages are the hardest thing. So typically it's plus or minus a year. So with Mary and melancholy, it was something 18, 19, 20. And Crystal, when I say these emotions at an age, oftentimes it's tied to an event. So hopefully when I get to you, you'll be able to sort of figure out what it probably is. The good thing is a lot of times I can still clear it without you knowing for sure what it is. I do think it can be more powerful to release it if you understand what it was, but oftentimes it's not required. So Valerie, we're going to work on your kidney. Minimized. Ooh, I sort of like that. I wonder if we should just not release that. I think we need to reinforce that, Valerie, not remove it. Valerie's working on a kidney issue. She's got a cyst, and we want it to just disappear. So for her, and minimize, but it is still a negative emotion. So I think let's go ahead and release that. Thank you for confirming that resonated with you, Mary, that time. All right, so let's see what age this was for Valerie. 18. So let's release that. What did release? Joanne wants to work on negative blocks to happiness and contentment. I like that a lot. So let me get to the right page. Ooh, childish. Somehow that's playing a role. Let's get an age on that. Age 11. You were just itty bitty, Joanne. So let's release that because somehow that's playing a role. Thank you for confirming that, Valerie. All right, so Crystal, I'm going to see your grief and your neuropathy, are they similar underlying reasons? No. All right, so we're going to focus on the grief. Let's see what that is. Uneasy. Let's get an age. So, Crystal, when I asked that question, it was because oftentimes things are linked. So I was looking to see if there was an underlying reason that's linked with both your issues, because sometimes emotions cause multiple things, even though you don't see how they can be related. So I muscle test everything. Around 17, Crystal. So it's somewhere 16, 17, 18. Something made you pretty uneasy, and it's a piece of your grief. So let me remove that and let me see if that can take the grief down a notch at least. Oh, grief it's often a long-term thing for many people. So I did get that to release. Anne Marie. Let's see what for you. Anne Marie wants to work on. So Anne Marie's got 2, so I'm going to check and see if they're related because she's got forgiveness and lack of appetite. Are they related with an underlying issue or underlying reason? No. So we're going to work on the forgiveness. And if anyone has come in and put a comment that I missed, let me know. Marina, did I miss you commenting on what you want to work on? Let me know. I don't see it. Okay, so Anne Marie, forgiveness. It's the word mean. Let's see what age that was, Anne Marie, and see if that rings a bell. 12, Anne Marie. Does anyone come to mind about that time period? So let's get rid of that, because that's playing a role in that forgiveness piece. All right, so I think I missed Marina. So let me find. If I missed anyone else, let me know. That's the problem with technical difficulties. It sort of flusters me a bit, and then I miss things. Okay, not seeing it so far. Marina, you might have to tell me again. I'm sorry. There you are. Okay. Sorry about that. I think that's a really good one. Marina wants to allow herself to be supported. I think that's a really good one for you. So let's see what it is. Miserable. Let's get an age on that for you. 16. So let's get rid of that. So that did release. And the voids have been filled. Okay. And it's 7:30. So let's go ahead and do our second healing pulse of the night. So we pretty much do the second one almost the same as the first. If you decide you want to do a different location, not necessarily Victoria, that makes logical sense, but this isn't always logical. All right, so with the healing pulse, you'll want to direct that to where you want to receive the energy. If you decide you want to pick a new location, but you're not sure where, I would suggest sending to your head or your heart. And so rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And be open and allowing the energy to flow. One of my mentors, Victoria, has said anything can cause anything. And so I think on previous weeks I've talked about sometimes when things come up, it makes total sense what the emotion or the event was that's causing you years later to feel a certain thing. But other times it makes no sense. And so you can't get too hung up on that. So just breathe in that energy. And for those of you who tend to experience more using breath as a way to increase the connection, let's start with the box breath. So I want you to breathe in as deep as you can and hold it. When you can't hold it any longer, breathe it out and hold it. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. I think I'm going to do my little commercial. Tomorrow night, I am having another live. I did one last Friday night and had a really nice attendance. So last Friday night, we worked on inherited or generational trapped emotions. It was sort of cool. And we really found there was a few people that it didn't go too far back, that they knew the person that the generational issue started with. Some of them went way too far back, so nobody knew who they were, but it was very interesting. So tomorrow night at 7, I'm going to do it again. And this Friday, we're going to talk about inherited and generational negative beliefs, which sometimes on the Thursday nights we work on negative beliefs. I did put something in the beginning in the comments about the iTerra wand. A number of you have had free little mini sessions. We've had some really cool results for people. So if you have not had a free session, I'm probably going to continue that for another week or so. I do have some self-scheduling available on Tuesday or Wednesday. So if that interests you, feel free to go ahead and schedule. Or if you have trouble scheduling, let me know and we'll just go ahead and book it. So I did mention yesterday's video on pendulums and healing. It's a pretty short video. I think it's under 15 minutes. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I just put the basics. I didn't go into a lot of detail about everything. So, and I'm teaching Usui Holy Fire Reiki online June 18th and 19th for $430. I am doing a Reiki video that will include probably a healing pulse. I'll do a holy fire meditation, and then a part of this session I will be sending Reiki energy. So, and I've done this a few times before, but just know I'll probably do this in a live platform where if you have an interest or just want to receive the energies, you will be invited to attend. So that's it for my commercial. And some of you, this is going to be important to you. There is a full moon in Libra on the 16th. And I know there's a few of you that are really affected by moon energies. So this is the pink moon. So, and in reading what this correlates to, the full moon in Libra is often a sign of partnerships, which can be professional, romantic, or even friendships. It can be new beginnings, endings, or changes in relationships. So just be aware. So let me know if you want to do something at the end for full moon. Usually, I think in the past, I've just sent you extra energy. And maybe I would do that with probably Reiki at the end. So put a yes in the comments if you would like to be a part of that at the end of tonight's show. We'll go a little later with that. And now we'll get into pulling positive or reinforcing positive emotions for tonight. And as I say every week, this is my favorite part. So let me get to my list. So, and with my positive emotions, I have about maybe 200. Wonderful, Victoria. I'm so glad. Yes, you've had pretty good wand results. So there's been a few of you that have had really good results. So, all right. So if anyone new has come in and hasn't put a request in, if you would like me to find a positive emotion that would be good for you, and I will reinforce it for you, just put yes to positive. Okay. All right. So Victoria, you're going to go first. Let's see what yours is going to be. Trusting, Victoria. That's a nice one. All right. Paula. Paula, it's resolute. I'm going to have to look that up because I sort of know what that means, but resolute. Bent on, bent upon, bound, decisive, determined, hell-bent. Hell-bent. Paula, that doesn't sound like you, but maybe it should be, right? That you are not going to feel effort unreceived. Yes, for the positive. Yes. Oh, that's weird. Very strange. Weird technical difficulties. And you would think it was like Mercury retrograde or something. All right. So I'm wondering. So did the video continue on? Or, Valerie, are you still there? Mary, unbiased. That's a good one. Valerie. Very bizarre. Valerie, you got respected. I really like that, Paula. I think that's a great one. All right. So, Joanne, let's see what yours is. Understanding. I got you for you, Joanne. So let's reinforce that. Yeah, that's a nice one. So, Crystal, with this, I have this list of 200 positive emotions, and I pick what one is best for you. Okay, funky things are going. Now I've got multiple cameras, it says. We'll see if it lets me continue because I know when this happened before, it dumped me off the live. So hopefully you can still see me and hear me. So Anne Marie, you are next. I think tonight we'll do some brain balancing and then we'll do the aura shielding. And for those of you who want to stay, we'll do some energy at the end. All right, so let me go back. So Crystal, I reinforce strength and trust for you. Did anyone else miss what I got for you? Ooh, lots of trust. So Crystal got trust and Marie got trust. And Victoria got trusting. You know, it's sort of a crazy time though, too. All right, and now we're going to do Marina. Ooh, Marina got confident. I think that's a good one for you, Marina. Let's reinforce that. So it did reinforce. And so let's do a third healing pulse. Are people doing well with the healing pulses? I know there's a few of you that got some pain issues, so I'm hoping this helps you. So we'll do the third healing pulse and then we'll do brain balancing. Very hard to trust. Yes, I agree to that. All right, so let's do the third healing pulse. So I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands where you want to receive energy. Yes, very important just to trust. What's meant to be comes up. Oh, thank you, Valerie, for doing that. I'll make sure I add her in my thoughts too. So place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then you're just breathing in that energy. So imagine, again, as you're breathing in, each breath in, the energy goes in a little deeper. It's a little more helpful. But also imagine as you're breathing out, as you're exhaling, that anything negative, anything that doesn't belong to you or doesn't serve your highest good is releasing. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 3. So let's do brain balancing. So with the brain balancing, we are focusing on connecting the neural pathways, making sure the left and right hemisphere are fully connected. This allows for better balance physically, able to communicate, hear, listen, interact mentally better. And it makes you just so much more well-rounded when your brain is balanced. So we're going to do 2 different ways. So I want you to rub your hands together, and then I want you to place one hand here, and I want one hand here. And if you want to use the healing pulse energy, great. If you want to just use only your personal healing frequencies, because I always encourage you to work with what you have too, that's fine. Basically, you'll call in the healing pulse energies by intention. So if you don't call them in, you'll just be using your own healing energies. So place your hand on either one and just imagine the energy flowing between your hands. So this actually works with your third eye, because with the third eye there's a front and a back, and this also goes through the pineal. So just breathe it back and forth and back and forth. Okay, next we're going to do, we're going to take 2 fingers each and do it about an inch above your ears, and push your fingers through your hair, and you're going to collect energy in one of your hands, and when that hand gets full, you're going to slowly send it to the other hand. So the first couple times it goes pretty slow. So like right now I'm starting to send from one hand, and it's about a quarter of the way through. It's about halfway through. It is about 3/4 of the way through. And now it's just reaching the other hand. So my other hand is collecting the energy. And when that hand gets full, I'm going to start sending it back. So I'm going to start doing that now. So this goes a little faster. It's about halfway through. And now it's entering my other hand. So that hand's going to collect. And so each time through, it goes a little faster and a little faster until eventually it is sort of like a laser pointer where it's just extremely fast. And so with each pass through, that neural pathway between the left and right brain hemispheres is stronger, wider, and more connected. Okay, so that was brain balancing. Let me know what you thought. I'm trying to think when we last did brain balancing. Oh, it's been a few weeks. Usually I like to do it like every, I guess it's been 2 weeks. So that's not bad. I like to do it every other week. And then next we're going to do the aura strengthening. And the great thing about the aura strengthening is it helps repel negativity. And, there's lots of negative things going on currently. And so this will help you not feel it quite so much. So I want you to, with this, you can use your own energy, or you can pull in healing pulse energy. Also, as I'm transmitting this, you will also get a week's worth of healing pulse energies if you want to use them. I know there's a few of you that do use them and need them during the week, and basically to use them during the week, you just basically set the intention that you want to use a healing pulse frequency, and you rub your hands together, set that intention that you're receiving the healing pulse, and place your hands. Have a good night, Victoria. Thank you. And so that's how you would use the healing pulses to go. So let's do the aura strengthening. So with this, in one of these days, I'm going to have other people on here with me, because when I do the aura strengthening, basically I rub my hands together and then I send the energy to my aura. But I think some people do it differently. And so I'm always curious, what everyone else does. But basically, you're just sending energy. And I always suggest if you have any interactions with people this week or like a meeting at work, and then maybe it's not always a pleasant experience interacting with some people, imagine that your aura has some reflectivity in it and you're boosting that up. So that way, if someone approaches you or if something negative happens, that negativity is also reflected back on whoever's sending it. And I think that's really important. So I'm just putting out the energy and imagine my aura getting thicker, stronger, more defensive and protective of me. So just breathe that out. That wasn't me. That was Duncan. He thinks he's got a scratch on me. Okay. How's everyone's aura? Good? So let me know how everybody's doing. So next, for those of you who want to stay, I'll be doing like 10 minutes of Reiki. And the intention is to help you get through the full moon energy. You are very welcome, Valerie. If anyone needs to go, just say goodbye or let me know how you're doing before you go. You guys are pretty quiet. Okay. So this energy, it's Reiki Holy Fire, which is the newest Reiki energy that I've trained in. It's also under the Usui umbrella for those of you who care. Very good, Mary. I think it's helpful. So in other words, Valerie, you might be sleeping by the time I say goodbye. There's a few of you I know that drop off on a regular basis because you are sawing some logs by the time we finally get done. And that's probably the best way for you to end the night because you're just so relaxed and tired and ready to sleep. So with this, get comfortable. Duncan thinks he's going to help me a little bit. So like if you were in my office, you'd be laying on a massage table with a warm fuzzy blanket. You'd be laying on your back, big fluffy pillow. And normally I'd be standing at the head of the table, and I usually start by putting my hands on your forehead, saying a little prayer that you get the energy that you need. And the hardest thing for me about Reiki is that it's divinely guided. And the best thing about Reiki is it's divinely guided. But it doesn't just go where I want it to go, which is sort of why I do the muscle testing things, because then I could do the testing and seeing what else we can do. But then with the Reiki, it'll come back behind and do what needs to be done. So just breathe this energy in if you're sensitive to frequencies. Some of you will feel hot, some will feel cold, some will feel tingles. Although if you're like me, when I'm on the table, it's really rare for me to feel anything. Although the last couple of years, that's changed a little. But it's pretty common for me just to not experience a lot. But I always try and be open. Every once in a while, I'll see a color or something. So just breathe this in. So I'm going to move down to your shoulders, a hand on each shoulder. Okay. The last couple of minutes says fighting back a sneeze. I hope you enjoyed that. I haven't really done Reiki too much on my Thursday night things. But if you like that, I do have two Reiki videos under the video section on Facebook or on YouTube. So, and they have the Healing Pulse. They have a Reiki meditation that's sort of cool. And then at the end, I send Reiki. So let me know how you did. For my Reiki gals that are here tonight, please watch the video I did Saturday because we'll be using that. Yep, Duncan. Marina, when are you moving? Is it next week? Everybody's so quiet. So I hope that helped everyone with this full moon, especially those of you who are extra sensitive to those energies. Okay. So hopefully it'll be an uneventful. You are very welcome, Mary. You're welcome. You're welcome, Marina. And Anne-Marie, you have a good night too. You're welcome, Crystal. I hope you enjoyed your first mini healing with me, and feel free to stop by again. All right. Well, for those of you who are available tomorrow night, similar format, slightly different topic, but love to see you. Bye.